virtual reality is changing life as large numbers of us know it. Consistently, VR advancements are made that assist with people exercise, develop the domain of imaginations, or help with psychological wellness. Virtual reality can accomplish more than different stages. It submerges its players in new universes and conditions. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. We'll go through virtual reality in games and all you need to know about it. But first, if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and enable the notification bell so that you can see more interesting content like this. So, let's begin. A virtual reality experience game or VR game is a computer game played on augmented simulations equipment. Most VR games depend on players' inundation regularly through a head-mounted show unit or headset and at least one regulator. The headset regularly gives two stereoscopic presentations before the client's eyes to reproduce a 3D space. The computer game industry made early endeavors at VR during the 1980s, most strikingly with Mattel's Power Glove and Nintendo's Virtual Boy. With the presentations of the main buyer-prepared VR item, the Oculus Rift in 2013, soon after, VR headsets were introduced, along with new games that were specifically designed for them and current games that were modified for them. Up to the end of the 2010s, VR technology and games made modest progress. Although Half-Life Alyx, a full VR game created by Valve, was viewed as the executioner applications for VR games. Yet we see as of late that VR gaming appears to have arrived at an untouched high, with a prominent report proposing an almost 4-time expansions its clients in the previous month. Those figures come from an overview and probably won't be definite, yet demonstrate a continuous pattern of an ever-increasing number of individuals joining the VR upheaval. It's truly not unexpected, since entirely reasonable and strong VR frameworks have been around for a very long time, as early adopters assist with working out the bugs and acquaint new players with new experience. Virtual reality will without a doubt keep on developing until it turns into another standard choice. The most recent outcomes as of late rolled in the Steam's hardware and software survey, which is a month-to-month survey of what sorts of PC equipment are being utilized. A rundown of VR headsets utilized with Steam VR is remembered for the information and the level of PCs that are associated with Steam while utilizing a VR headset is shown, and the outcomes are really surprising. What stands apart is the gigantic expansions in the utilizations of VR headsets, moving from a normal of 1.87% to 6.67% of Steam players involving a VR headset in July. Fully trusted, VR gaming just moved forward as far as client base. Regardless of whether the size of the actual flood isn't exact, these outcomes could show that the numbers of individuals that own VR headsets might be higher than whatever's been recently revealed. A general expansion in VR framework isn't startling, as follow the examples of innovations, especially in gaming. With this, we can say that the truth is beginning to see real acquirers in gaming. Pandemic-energized spending in the computer game industry has all the earmarks of being streaming down to augmented reality stages, flagging a possible increase for a gaming medium that has tricked billions in ventures yet stays more fixated on potentials and acknowledged achievement. As of today, Facebook declared more than 60 games accessible for the Oculus Endlessly Mission 2 made more than $1 million starting from the beginning of 2020, with 6 peaking at $10 million, including Skydance's The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, which netted $29 million. These figures are in addition to those for the Oculus Quest 2 headset deliveries in October. Oculus, a producer of virtual reality headsets that Facebook purchased in 2014 for $2 billion and changed its name to Facebook Reality Labs last year, didn't provide explicit marketing projections for the new technology, but pre-orders for the Quest 2 were significantly higher than those for the Quest 1, which debuted in May 2019. The news comes when VR is making acquirers in the gaming market, helped partly by the general ascent in the gaming business during the pandemic, yet additionally further developed VR equipment and programming. The arrival of Valve's Half-Life Alyx, an AAA game, grew explicitly for virtual reality, combined with additional reasonable headsets to assist, reinforced the VR promotions in 2020 as per late market examination. The International Data Corporation is a market research overseer of gaming, esport, and VR or AR. 3 or 4 years ago, there weren't a lot of titles that netted north of 1 million bucks, an analyst says. So that is a significant sort of benchmark or, a significant pattern line that proposes that VR is developing. Ward noticed that VR clients expanded from 1% to 2% of the complete clients of Steam in 2020, a rate that dominated Steam's all-out client development last year. VR game spending represents only a little portion of the $130.6 billion income produced by gaming equipment and programming creators in 2020. Not many virtual reality simulation titles can rival AAA blockbuster establishments like Extraordinary Mission at Hand or Creature Crossing New Horizon. Part of the obstructions to accomplishing its interesting income potentials is the restricted client base. As per figures delivered by the Entertainment Software Associations in March of 2020, 73% of the 169 million gamers in the US revealed claiming a control center, while only 29% said they had a VR framework. The expense of VR headsets has been the main driving obstructions to passage for a long time. Ward said, taking note of different obstacles like movement disorder, it's been number one since we began taking overviews. The outcome of augmented reality titles like The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners could prompt greater interest in the field. As per Superdata, the Quest 2 sold north of 1 million units in the final quarter of 2020. The organization accepts that innovations can interest more extensive crowd than just gamers. It likewise requires a more easygoing crowd by drenching them in a virtual world without the intricacy conventional games depend on. VR can give a positive, vivid experience, and there is likewise space for more close, story-based individual encounters. So additionally, in this video, we might want to give you the 5 best VR games revolutionizing the world. This rundown isn't intended to give a voice to games that are attempting to roll out significant improvements in the virtual world and standard life. Besides, a ton of these games are in the early turn of events, yet give promising indications of what people are fit for coming to. 5. Labyrinth VR. Labyrinth VR has players go through 48 different fictitious areas that expand in size and trouble. The explorations done on this game demonstrate the way that it can increment high-definition memory. These tests have shown what numerous drug tests for Alzheimer's have neglected to do. 4. Trip VR. Trip VR is a thoroughly examined insight as the engineers work together with individuals beyond the gaming field like clinicians. There is a study that goes with players each time that they sign into the experience. In light of how they input their responses, they can get an encounter that is custom fitted towards themselves. It pushes care through fantastical settings and smart portrayals. 3. Supernatural. Supernatural is a VR experience that spotlights on getting individuals rolling from the solace of their homes. It has mentors that assist players at various levels of their wellness with traveling. This game has exercises and preparing recordings that are constantly refreshed and added upon, making it feel like the game has a continuous biological system. 2. Deep. Deep expects to assist players with mitigating tensions and discouragement. It additionally advances the conversations about emotional well-being in teenagers and grown-ups. The head of investigating Deep willingly volunteered to begin this task as a method of aiding himself as well as other people out of dull times. 1. Happy Valley. Happy Valley is one of the many games that an organization called Real Systems is creating. The game expects to assist with people that need physical and mental recovery. It offers a little escape from the aggravations of restorations while likewise assisting individuals with recapturing various functionalities. Alright everyone, we have come to the end of today's video. Tell me your number 1 VR game, either a piece of those has been referenced or perhaps not on this rundown. With this, we have reached the end of today's video. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the entire video. Please hit the like button if you found it useful, and if you're viewing us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Everyone, I'll see you in the following video. You rock!